Now on the front side of the mower, we're again we've cleaned the casing, and now we're going to put a little bit of lubrication on this. There is no stop on the back side of this part of the casting. There's a retaining ring on the bearing itself to keep it from going back too far. This might be a little bit of a challenge. Now I'm going to try and take the drive shaft and slide it into the casing. I'll have to get back on the other side, possibly, and there we went through there. Alright, now it's making contact with the other side. Alright, now we're going to go about trying to drive this side in the same way as we did the other. The trick is here to make sure you don't drive the bearing back out the other side. So I'm going to have to be in a position where I can keep an eye on both sides of it as I work this bearing in. Make sure I have contact with the bearing and not the retaining ring. So now I've got the bearing partially in on this side, and of course it's backing out on the back side. Trying to do this by myself. I think what I'm going to try and do now is mount the flywheel back onto that shaft and put the bolt in it and see if that keeps that from backing out and maybe even drawing in. So now that I've cleaned and installed the key into here and the two rings. The diagrams online only show one ring, but mine had two on here. So I don't know whether the other one's just an extra spacer or what. I've got the flywheel. I've cleaned and lubricated the hub on it. And I'm going to try and place that back on there. Pretty tight fit, so we'll see how this goes. Got the key lined up. Just not wanting to go on there, even trying to walk it on, little by little. Get a little tap here. Where is my plastic hammer? Did a little bit. Looks like it's moving. We'll just find the right hammer and continue with that. Well, I've hammered on it more than I'd like to, but I think I've got it just about up. It sounds to me like it's all the way up. It's not moving anymore. It hasn't moved for a while. And looks like everything's ready to go to put on the end cap. end cap has a little key in it here too that fits into the keyway, or a little slot or notch that fits into the keyway. Make sure you get that on there right. I'll run it up with the impact. I won't tighten it with that. And then I will put on the belts. So in order to get the belts to stretch all the way across here, you have to pull this large pulley pretty far forward. Then there's an interference here. So I think it's best to put all the belts over the top of the large pulley and then fit them onto the small pulley. The belts on, I'm just going to run them up. The tension on them just enough to have a little bit. And I'll adjust that after I consult the book on how to adjust those properly. So in the book, it just recommends that there's no clearance between the spring that rests up against the frame. So you just tighten those belts up to that. Unless you're putting brand new belts on it, then it says to give it a little extra turn, like 1 or 2 turns, make up for the slack that will occur with the belts as they begin to be used. So I've tightened it up. It's still loose. There's zero clearance, but there's still a little movement. What I'll do is I'll run it for a while, and I will check this. I'll even probably take the shroud off and check to make sure everything's going well in here after I run it for a bit. So let's get it all together, get it on the tractor.